Brandon is here. Hi, Brandon. And peace and joy. Good to see you. How are you guys doing? Let's see. All right, we got a lot of people here. Red Hunter, Big Hoss, Kevin, Sebro. All right. OMG, Rich is here. And your username used to be Green Day, as was your profile picture. So today's trivia question, guess my favorite Green Day song, everybody. Hi, Joker Callie. Hi, Kasten Rose. Great to see you guys. Right on time today. Yep. Yes. I'm trying to be as punctual and professional as I possibly can be, Kevin. Danny. Awesome. I'm glad you like the shorts. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for watching and for your comments. Great to see you too, says Joker Callie. All right. Love it. Right on time. How are you guys doing? How was your Wednesday? It's hump day, guys. Yes, Rich. Seth Rollins, Dave Ramsey, and Starbucks. Let's go. What would life be without those three things? My life would be way less fun without those three things. Interesting. Okay. Hello, Rich says Joker Callie. It's hump day. Yes. Vote in the poll if you haven't yet, guys. I'm going to launch my other device. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Rich. Rich, it's so good to have you here. I've missed your presence. I'm guessing you've been very busy at Lambton. Tony, this trivia question was inspired by a question from you yesterday. So, behold, either the trivia question is floating up here on your screen or it's down in the chat. Guess my favorite Green Day song. I love so many of them, but I do have a favorite. Kevin, yeah, please don't pick Billie Jean, guys. It's a joke. You guys, no. All right. Worked on tour. Wow, Ewok, that's sick. Oh my gosh. Lucky you. Peace and joy come around. Brilliant. I picked American Idiot. Yep, Kevin, exactly. Don't pick Billie Jean, because we all know that's not a Green Day song. All right. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Ugh. All right. I feel like the screen is a little dirty. Antonio, good to see you. It says, peace and joy. I saw Green Day. Uh-oh. Saw Green Day. I'm going to just wipe off the camera a bit here. Oh, gosh. Sorry, guys. Running all over the place. I saw a Green Day performance back in the days in Oakland. Very cool. Ooh, Ernest is over here. Super fast. Hi, Ernest, over on TikTok. Danae, thank you. All right. Let's get a move in here. Metin is here. Hi, Metin. Thank you for liking the live, Ernest, over on the TikTok side of life. Yay! I love it. Love it. And Brian is also here. Excuse me. Don't know any of the numbers, says Yaba. What do you mean by numbers? Kevin, Ewok, yep. I said it, TikTok, because whatever. Jack is here. Hi, Jack. Welcome in. I am going to be cooking tonight. Any guesses before I say what it is? Mateen, what is my name? My name is Hannah, and my YouTube channel is Hannah in Health. The Long Ride TV says wifey material. Hello. Ewok. I'm not. Nope. I'm vegan, so no meatballs. Nope. Oh, Ernest, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a rose from Ernest over here on TikTok. Thank you. Randy's over here too, dude. This is so fun. This is so fun. I love doing this. These joint live streams. Kasten. Oh no, I missed the 6-7. Dang it. All right, I'll get you on my dono list. Kasten Rose. And the numbers are 7652. 7652. Kasten, OMG. Kasten, OMG, you know how much. Hello, Randy. I had a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Actually, I have a second trivia question that I forgot. I didn't think about this. Oh, Lane. Thank you, Lane. Okay. Okay. But Randy, I had a wonderful day. How about you? How was your Wednesday? All right. Love 6-7. Thank you. I can type. Thank you very much for the gift. Hi, God bless. Welcome in. Love the username. Brian, what are you making to eat? How about you take a guess and then I'll tell you guys what I'm making. All right, so that was Kasten and then Lane. I also have to thank you for the party hat gift. My day was good. Good to hear, Randy. A good day is a blessing because I feel like you're just going to have crappy days. Like there's great days, there's crappy days, there's average days, there's like kind of good, kind of bad. So a good day, I'm like, I will take it. I will take it. Let's get this kitchen party started. This one's for Jake, aka Lane 808. Let's see. Raiders is here. Also, sorry if you heard the drainage sound. That is my dishwasher going to work. It drains from my sink. Halil is here. Lane says you're welcome. Let me make sure to get you on the donor list as well, Lane. Tony says congratulations to Crystal Palace. I did see this. They're Europa champions. Brian says hope all your days are good days. That is so sweet, Brian. I feel like I feel like you can decide it's a good day. I mean, I would say some days are easier than other days, but I think you can still, even if it's a tough day, I think you can still find good, like you can still call it a good day. I think it's all a matter of perspective. Let's see. Thank you for sharing the live, Randy. Lane, Rand and Preacher Green. Yes, I am. Let me just get all caught up here. The donos just take me a bit because I want to make sure to get everybody. Hi, Lulu and Ronnie Price. Ewok, William Barry. Ian Cortese is here. Hi, Ian. Tony says very correct. I think about the good days and the tough days and perspective. Let's see. I'm gonna put a comment here. FYI. Since nobody guessed it. FYI, I'm making garlicky quinoa tonight. Favorite of mine. And it's a complete protein. Hi, Jeff. All right. Adam Friedland. Don't know who that is. G Soul. Tony says I love garlic. Yes, me too. Me too. And it's good for you. Okay, let me quickly update the thumb. Hannah cooks garlicky quinoa. All right, still caught up. Top 5 songs. Brian, Simon and Garfunkel, Sound of Silence is my top. I don't know about the rest of them though. Ooh, Randy, let's see this. I watched you live for 400 minutes. Let's go. Thank you, Randy. All right. All right, Kevin, 22 likes. Let's get to 100. I think we can do it, guys. I think it's possible. All right. I will be cooking in like 5 seconds here. Yeah, but I like garlic, but it ruins your love life. Not if the other person you're with also loves garlic. I feel like it cancels each other out. They cancel each other out. It's like, I can't imagine you without those earrings, says Brian. Yeah, these are a staple on my live streams. Go Hurricane, says Kevin. Okay. Thumbnail is updated. You guys, can you believe that June is, I think it's next Monday? I don't know how I feel about this. I'm a little concerned. But anyways, Randy, Brian, I don't eat Subway. Let's see, anything else? Monday is June 1, yeah. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Et voila! We got some organic quinoa. Voila! We got quinoa. Let's go. William Bear says, I like Subway. I know, very popular. I don't eat bread. I don't eat bread, and there's not a lot for me to eat at Subway. Tony, can't wait for June 17th. Yes, big old World Cup game. So I'm going to make a big old batch of quinoa, guys. I'm very excited about this. I think, yeah, 1 cup. 1 cup should do it. Metal Drummer, that color top looks awesome on you. Thank you. I feel like I've gotten comments on this specific top more than any other top that I own. And I try to keep mental notes on comments people make on certain things where they're like, ooh, I like that, I like that, I like that. This specific brown top, people have commented on and said that they liked it. So I'm like, okay, I'm noting this. Maybe I should buy more things in this color. I can think of multiple comments I've gotten on YT, and I can think of someone, it was at work, someone commented and they're like, oh, I love that top. I was like, oh, thank you. I got this top more than 3 years ago, actually, and it's held up very well. Oh God, okay. Trying not to spill the quinoa. I always do, without fail. It just gets everywhere. Stubborn little quinoa seeds or whatever. CJ McCrae, cousin's birthday is coming up. Wow, he's gonna be my age. Let's go. 32. Are you gonna do anything fun for your cousin's birthday, CJ? So what I'm gonna do is rinse this quinoa under some water just to get any debris off of it for about 1 minute. Orlando Celaya and Antonio Mendoza joined. Hello, you guys. William Barry, I'm a blimp too. My birthday is in June. Hi, Bishop Bullwinkle. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. You guys are very quiet tonight so far. Ouch. Oh, only 14 months. NVD. Wait, OMG. Amazing, amazing. I gotta shout this out. 14 months. I appreciate it so much, NC. That's crazy. All right, let me rinse off, or I should say dry off my hands so I don't type with dishwater hands. Try hard. I get Doja Cat a lot. That is my number 2 celebrity lookalike. Sade the singer is my number 1 that I get. All right, NC 201. Holy smokes. 14 months already. Thank you so much. Roger has, yes, let's go. Ah, got it. Thank you. Got you both. Got you both. Dennis, check the pinned comment for being a channel member. All right, Dono wow for NC and Roger Hess and Roger Hess. It's not letting me comment at people. Gotta love it when you get foiled. And Roger Hess. Thank you so much for the Dono Tower of 100 gifts. Okay. I'm eating chocolate ice cream with melted peanut butter on top. That sounds deluxe, Randy. I hope you enjoy it. That sounds like a great midweek treat. What's one snack you refuse to give up? Pepitas, toasted pumpkin seeds. NC. All right. NC has been a member for 14 months. Goodness gracious. CJ, I don't know, but I'll call him because he's playing basketball overseas. Oh, my cousin's birthday. Gotcha. He's playing wow, does he play in a professional basketball league? Because that's the first thing I thought of when you said basketball overseas. William Barry, Bishop Winkle. Ah! Rich, that is too good. That is too good. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. It's the member wars. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Rich. That's not letting me tag you guys. It's the member wars. Thank you so much for being a channel member for 15 I almost said 15 years. 15 months. Wild. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm getting this. Roger Hess, you're on my Dono list. And Dennis Bishop Winkle answered that one about the snack. Can't wait for my milestone to hit 120 years. Yes, that's going to be crazy. Very, very delicious, says Randy. Yeah, it sounds delicious. Rich. Micah Raptor says W for Rich. Years, I know. Years. Crazy. All right, Rich, you gotta go on my dono list too. All right, all right, all right. 15 months. So goofy. Whale is here. Thank you, AE Jabba Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That one got my vote. I love Green Day, and I have gone to see them live. I saw them, oh, it hurts to say this. It was 5 summers ago. It was August of 2021 that I went to, it was Target Field, which is where the Twins play. And I remember it clear as day. I remember walking up to our seats. I remember the merch line. It's just so crazy that that was 5 years ago. I'm like, geez, I remember it. Like 5 years, like what I can remember, like I can remember it vividly as though it was yesterday, like just literally yesterday, Tuesday this week. I can picture the seats, the people, the performances, the stage setup, everything. And I'm like, that was 5 years ago. Crazy. Super crazy. Mike, time does fly in this year as well. Yeah, can you guys believe that this year, or I should say, next month, June, is the halfway point? We will be halfway through this year next month. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. Tafiq says hello. AE Jabo, can you, oh, geez, yeah. AE Jabo, it really is hurting. Like, it hurts my soul knowing that because the 20 teens, they don't feel that long ago. I graduated from college in 2016. I moved back to Minneapolis because I spent a lot of time out of state, out of country. I moved back to Minneapolis in 2018, and that was it. I was like, I'm never leaving Minnesota again. But I have all these they feel very recent, these 20 teen memories. It's like I remember what I was doing in 2013, 2015, 2016, 2019 was a really fun year. And now I'm like, wait, the last year of the 20 teens, 2019, was 7 years ago now. Oh, it is so painful. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't like this trend of time going faster or feeling like it's going faster. CJ, right now my cousin's current basketball team is AS Monaco. Ooh, okay. Some European basketball. That's really impressive. 2020 was the worst year, which I hated. 2020. Talk about a year of chaos. Just utter chaos and stress, uncertainty, disruption, fear. Oh my gosh. I mean, hey, we're still here, guys. We made it through. I look back at that era and I'm like, man, what a crazy time that was. Everything changed. Everything went remote. Everything went digital. Things shut down. There was quarantine. Everyone was so scared. Travel stopped, whatever. And I'm like, wow, I'm still here. I'm still here. Like we're all of us here in these live streams. It's like we're all still here. We made it. I mean, I'm sure we each had our own unpleasant situations that we had to go through from 2020 to like 2022, I would say. But that's the thing. I look back on the hard times and I'm like, yeah, those were hard, but guess what? I'm still here. I kept going. I was not defeated. So I feel like you have to tell yourself that. You can look back on the hard times, but then give yourself a pat on the back because you're like, you know what? I'm still here. I'm still on my feet. I'm still going. And it's like, well, there's going to be more hard times to come. That's just a guarantee. Okay, Trayman, 007. Hello, Trayman. Cliff Nolan, Arizona. Good to see you, Arizona. What? My 2020 outdoes anything anyone experienced besides yeah, and C. I feel like yours would have been pretty, chaotic. Mm-hmm. AE Jabo, I'm old enough now that meeting people in social circles and talking about being a kid in the 90s and no one can relate. Oh no. um Micah, yeah, it was very disruptive, and I just remember wondering to myself when there were the lockdowns, I was like, geez, I wonder how. The thing is, my time, like, I don't do well with uncertainty. So when the pandemic was first happening, I was like, okay, what's the timeline here? Is this going to be for a few weeks? Is it going to be a few months? Is it going to be a year? Is it going to be 2 years? Is it going to be 5 years? Like, am I going to be 40 when this is all done? I just was like, are we ever going back to normal? I would say that was the worst part of it for me, was the uncertainty and the panic, and just, you're like, okay, well, life just completely stopped now. It's like all the stores are closing and everyone's scrambling for groceries and everyone's staying away. Like, we can't do anything. We can't do any social things because those are getting canceled, and we're staying 6 feet away from each other. It was like, man, it just felt like everything stopped, and I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to be home anymore." I'm a homebody, but I'm a homebody and an introvert. But let me tell you, I got to my limit really quick, and I was like, okay, oh, you guys, I did so much domestic traveling, like so many road trips. I have never visited so many state parks in so little time because I was like, get me out of here. I cannot stay in my home like this for weeks on end. I will lose my mind. I need to get outside and at least be in nature and see people outside, even if we're not getting close to each other. Gotta lower the curve, says NC. Oh gosh. Godzilla, when I come around. Nice. Kevin, good to see you, Kevin Garner. The Long Ride says, I got dismissed from 2 colleges in 2021, 2024. Oh no. Well, it sounds like you're, like I was saying before, you're still going. Like, you found a way to keep going with your studies. So I say good job. Francis, I'm sorry, Francesco official. Hello, Francesco. Troy Reese is here. AE Jabo. It's getting too expensive to step outside, lol. Yeah, you guys, it's expensive out here. I was just thinking this today because it's just, I feel like it's like, it sucks because life is expensive, but at the same time, I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not going to live in my car. I'm not going to live in the street. So the only option is to either like downsize, move in with your parents, which I would never do. But it's just, yeah, I know. I would say like the cost of living is rough. But I was like, okay, well, like, it annoys me from time to time. It's like, it sucks that cost of living feels really high and everything feels really expensive, but at the same time it's like, well, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to give up my home. I need Wi-Fi, I need food. It's like there's just like there's no alternative. There's no realistic alternative, I should say. So I'm like, it sucks, but it's like just everything feels expensive. NC says 100K is now considered lower middle class. Oh my god. That is crazy. When 6 figures is considered lower middle class, that hurts. Oof. Oof. But AE Jabo, we should talk about this because I was literally thinking about this today. It's like you read my mind. It was just, yeah, I was. And the thing is, you guys, I've had these conversations with, so I'm a millennial. I'm lower end of the millennial generation. I have had so many conversations with fellow millennials born in like 1990, 3, 4, and 5, and Gen Zs. And we're all just like talking, and it's like, it's so expensive. Like everything is, and it's like I'm doing fine. Like I feel like I'm safe, I'm comfortable, I can pay for my bills. I love my home. Like it's great. Like I truly have nothing to complain about cuz things could be 10,000 times worse. However, I do look at the numbers and I look how things are going up, and oh, you guys, when I talk to my boomer parents about when they were in their 20s and 30s, and how much they were paying for an apartment and how much they were paying for gas and for their car. I'm like, oh, please don't even, like, I like to know, but at a certain point, it just gets painful to know. Desi, good to see you, Desi. Oh, Kevin, I'm sorry you had a bad day at work. Um, Nate Stevens. Gotcha. BH, you seem like I do have a very well organized sock drawer, as it so happens. Mr. Inappropriate is here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cliff Nolan. The Long Ride TV. $24 for a chicken, $9 for a pound of butter. This is Canada. Okay, wow. I couldn't tell you how much those things cost here in the United States because I'm vegan, so I don't eat chicken and I don't eat butter. But I would venture to say those have also gotten really expensive too. Wesley is waving. Hi, Wesley. Cloudy boy. Nate Stevens, housing costs are the real killer. And but the thing is, Nate, I think that's what's so tricky is like whether you whether you have a house, like a mortgage, or a condo, which is also a mortgage situation, or you rent. It's like when you look at all three, how like owning a house and having a mortgage, which is like 30 to 50 years and so much interest on your debt. It's like having a house costs a lot, having a condo costs a lot, and renting costs a lot. And I was thinking this to myself because I think about different like housing situations because it's like I want to have property in greater Minnesota, but I'm like, would I want a single family house? Would I want a condo? Would I want to just rent something? And it's just no matter how you run the numbers, everything is expensive. It's like houses are super expensive because you've got the mortgage, you've got the utilities, you have all the repairs, you have the lawn care, you have the shoveling. It's like you have all the housing costs plus a mortgage that's going to take a long time to pay off. And then you have a condo, which is less expensive than a house, but then you have the forever HOA fee every month and property taxes, which goes with the house too. And then you have rent, which is like you don't have to pay any of the upkeep, but rent goes up every year. So it's like no matter how you live, there's always going to be a huge house. I mean, I feel like the real ballers are the people who own their properties and don't have a housing payment. Like people who live in a house, people who live in a condo or any property and they have it paid in full. I'm like, you guys, oh my gosh. Like the thought of not having a house payment every month. Oh, it sounds like I'm excited to get to that point. Mr. Carter said hi. Hello, Mr. Carter. Thank you so much. All right. David R says, speaking of expenses, amazing how units of measurement determine our actions and way of living. The Long Ride TV says 1994. Let's go. Nice. AE Jabo says, it doesn't cost much to go to the beach. A few weeks ago, I went down to the beach and set up a day tent, chairs, and a small barbecue. It was a great time and made friends with some seagulls. Tony Herbert says, yes, things could be a lot worse. And that's the thing is it's like, sometimes it bothers me where I'm like, oh, it just feels like everything is expensive when especially when you have conversations with boomers and they talk about what they could afford and how much they paid for their house. And I'm like, oh, like my parents told me how much they paid for the house that I grew up in. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me right now. Oh, it's like, there are times where I'm like, oh, this is so frustrating. But at the same time, there's just for me, there's like no realistic alternative. So I'm just like, well, all I can do is be good with money, budget, earn extra income, and stick with the plan. That's all. Desi, can we miss the bun draw and see? Oh my gosh, you guys got it. You guys got it. Nice. Wait. Hannah's never lost a sock in the dryer. You know, I think I might have at one point, NC. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I think I actually have. Mr. Carter, never live where there is an HOA. Yeah, Mr. Carter, let me tell you, I don't live where there is an HOA. And when I hear these HOA horror stories, to me, I'm like, okay, at this point, like if you're going to pay for a house or for a home, I feel like you might as well have full control over your property as a single home owner, like a single house, rather than having to deal with an HOA. Like I have a friend who lives in a condo in New York City, and she was telling me about how she needed to do all of these repairs on her bathroom. And she's like, well, before I can do anything, I have to go to my HOA and they need to approve all of these all of this remodeling that I want to do in my bathroom. And that I think that's what sucks is like you own the unit, but you don't really have a full say in your property because you have to answer to the HOA, like whoever's running the property. And I was like, oh, it sucks. Can get a mortgage in North Dakota for 200, $300 a month. Yeah, but like I wouldn't want the lifestyle. That's the thing is like you can live in a cheaper area, but for me the lifestyle, I would be so depressed. It's such a catch-22 where it's like I could move to the middle of nowhere and pay pennies, but then I would be super sad. There'd be nothing to do. My family would be far away, my friends would be far away. So it's like I'd be saving all this money, but what would it be for if I was just sad and lonely and not around anybody? Kevin, yeah. Kevin and Yaba, you guys got it. Nice work. Fun drop. NC says, I'd like to own a fourplex and use that as another source of income. I know. NC, I currently do not have the time or the capital to become a landlord where there's renters. Like that just, it would be such a nightmare if I was trying to pile that on top of what I currently have on my plate. But when I think about just I feel like the real game is just like stack properties, like stack as many paid for properties as you possibly can. Field of Vision, Tony is basically I'm working satellite laboratory. Okay. Kevin, the long ride, check the pinned comment. AE Jabo, inflation is crazy. I think my parents bought their house for 250K and now it's worth well over 1 million. Mostly because you don't get big property lines on newer homes. It seems like, yeah, my parents, I forget what they said that their house cost when they purchased it back in the 90s, but like the value of it now is just wild. And then when you look, it's like here in Minneapolis, the average home price is $400,000. And it's like, not that many people have $400,000 sitting around just to pay for, which means that they are, you know, you're going to have to take on a huge, huge mortgage that's going to take you probably decades to pay off. Randy says, I had a studio apartment when I was 18. It was $500 a month. Wow. I complained. Now my last apartment was 2,000 a month. Oh. Yeah, it's painful. Okay, I remember my first apartment. This was out in Washington D.C. and I moved out there in I think it was like July of 2017. My apartment in Washington D.C. Let's see. Don't spam or you get timed out or blocked. So my first apartment in Washington, D.C. Well, it was outside of Washington, D.C. because it was way cheaper. This was technically in Maryland. But my first apartment cost me, it was like $1,100, which for me in 2017, right out of college, I like first real full-time job, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive. And now if you can find an apartment, like a nice 1-bedroom apartment for $1,100, you should check the fine print because that is a bargain. Like these days, a 1-bedroom apartment, which is what I typically have had, I now these days it's anywhere from like I would say 16 to over 2,000. It is wild. Wild, you guys. Dang, it says she barely has time to drop the bun. Uber Cow, hey Hannah, YouTube is making hard to watch your stream full screen. Oh no, that's disappointing. GR Dose, positive vibes, great energy on this channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, inflation is so tricky, but you know, it's like what I keep saying. It's like there's like I can't control inflation. I can control how much money I make. It's like you can always go and make more money. So it's just kind of like I think you just gotta like soldier on and try to like save where you can, invest as much as you can. Wow, you got the studio apartment in 2007, says Randy. All right, Kevin. AE Jabo, 500 a month. I know. It's crazy to think about paying rent on anything that's 500 a month. Darren, good to see you. Hi, Darren Stimson. Hi, Rated Frog. NC says easily over 2K for a 1-bedroom, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. BH, I sold my home last year and held off. Just bought a little cottage. I'm out of debt and have cash in the bank. It was hard to sell last year, but was worth it. Nice. Okay. That is it sounds like you've been making property moves then. Good for you, BH. Rated Frog is guessing Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Kevin says when we moved out in 2017, it was $615 a month. Woo! Hang loose, good vibes. How do you make money? So I have a 9-to-5 job. That is my primary source of income by far. And then my second source of income is YouTube and TikTok. Uberco! Got it! Yes! Thank you so much. I gotcha. But yeah, so I'm a traditional 9-to-5 office worker, and that is my main source of income by a long mile. I mean, that's also how I get my health insurance coverage, retirement benefits, etc. So, hi Laura 12. Yeah, my 9-to-5 is like the lion's share of my income, and then additional income that I make is mostly from YouTube and TikTok. All right. Uber Cow, I gotta thank you for the sunshine. Uber Cow. And why wouldn't it let me comment at you guys? It's killing me. Ugh. Kiko is here. American Dream. Created by Bank is a big scam. I feel like I'm not like a total pessimist. And I feel like you can't just be like, oh, it's not for me. It's impossible. It's like, no, it is possible. You just have to grind real, real hard. All right, Uber Cow. Thank you so much for the big, beautiful sunshine gift. Kevin says vote in the poll. Health insurance is absolutely critical in the United States. I'm telling you guys, I understand why people don't have health insurance because it's so crazy expensive. Also, NC, yes! Got it just in time. Just in time. I was thinking about you today, NC, as I was hydrating at my work desk. Also, NC, I meant to ask you, I'm going to drink some more water in honor of the stay hydrated. Are you still working night shifts? Like, is this a temporary thing or are you going to be doing this kind of long term? NC, thank you for the very important reminder to stay hydrated. It's maybe my favorite gift of the unofficial summer season. Thank you. All right. Kristen Owen is back. Hi, Kristen. Good to see you. All right. NC, got to make sure you're on the dono list, and I got to stay hydrated, and I got to make my quinoa, and I have to make coffee. That was something else I wanted to do. All right. AE Jabo says, "Oh, a cottage sounds cozy." I know. You guys, I feel like when I think about property, when I think about buying more property, it's like having a small, cozy, cute property that's well made, well constructed, made with the newest, like state of the art modern materials and built from scratch, but small so that the upkeep isn't crazy. That to me is so appealing. It's like just have like a little cute home. Like not all it's like I don't need multiple floors. I don't need a pool. I don't need a huge yard. I don't need this and it's like I just want like a nice small house that I can just own and keep like upkeep really quickly. Okay, let's see. NC, yes, gotta stay hydrated. No, I was covering for a friend. I go back to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. Oh no. Wait, NC, I did not know that you work 12-hour shifts. Hold on. NC, do you work how many days a week? Wait. I feel like you said you do 7 days on, 7 days off, but maybe I'm misremembering. But what is your schedule? I'm curious because I've never worked a job in my life where I worked a 12-hour shift before. So I'm curious to know how many days in a row in your usual schedule are you having to do these 12-hour shifts? BH says if you are struggling, there is no shame using 100%. No shame at all. I was gonna hop up to David Green. I missed the comment here. Driving a load to Little Rock, severe storms, big time. Oh no, stay safe, David Green. BH says in Canada we have programs to help with heating and power bills. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I love that public service announcement, BH. Chris Rule, Hannah, it's my last night here. Oh no, that's so sad, Chris. Oh, all good things must come to an end. Okay, 7 days on, 7 days off is for night workers. Okay, then how many days, like, do you do Monday through Friday? 12 hours a day? Yeah, but says Hannah, I've moved 6 times, buying each time, now in my forever craft and still expanding. Yeah, Yaba, you are crushing it with the property, my friend. Like, so inspiring. But I feel like what it really takes is just continuous hard work, grinding, busting your butt, just I feel like it's like if you want the things that most people don't have, you have to do what most people won't do. That's I think I got that from Alex Hormozy or David Goggins or something like that. Someone like that. It was yeah, it's like or maybe someone else said it, but that's the truth because it's like we all live in a competitive landscape. Everyone wants nice things, everyone wants homes and cars and lots of money in their bank, but it's like yeah, everyone wants it. But there's only a few people who actually have it, and if you actually want it, you got to do what most people are not willing to do, which often sucks. It means like more work, saying no to more things. I mean, I think that's just the formula in general that I'm trying to follow because it's like I want lots of nice things, but obviously it takes work to get those things. Like you don't just magically like poof, like I want this, I want that, I want my Land Rover, I want my Ford Bronco. Like, nope. No, that takes time and dedication and saving and discipline. I don't mind a 3-day weekend, says NC. Yeah, I usually try to get 12 4 days a week. That, I mean, the 12 hours would be a lot, but I feel like getting a 3-day weekend every week would be magnificent. having just had a 3-day weekend, NC, for Memorial Day weekend, I'm like, oh yeah. Because you come back on Monday, or you come back whenever you come back from a 3-day weekend, and you're like, it feels like I've been away from work for 5 years. I just feel like 3 days, having 3-day weekends is the perfect amount of time to catch up on sleep, relax, do social activities, but also take care of your chores that you neglected during the work week because you didn't have enough time to do them. So actually, I feel like if I did have the option, I would suck it up and I would squish my 40 hours into 4 days. I would do 4 10s and then have Friday through Sunday, or what would it be, Saturday through Monday night. Mostly folders, a bit of everything. Who's going to carry the boats? Jacoby, hello. Just hanging out and chatting. It's turned into like a fun little chat session here. NC says the world doesn't owe you anything. That is something that I have internalized, NC. The world doesn't give a sh about you. The world owes you nothing, and you deserve nothing. It's like people say like, oh, I deserve this. I worked so hard. I deserve this. I'm so good. And it's like, you deserve nothing. That is, I heard someone, I think it was Alex Hormozy, who's like my hero, but he has so many truth bombs that he drops on his channel and in other formats. And it's just these brutal truths. It's like the world does not give a crap about your problems. The world doesn't care. The world owes you nothing. And it's like, someone said in a video once, it said, remove the word deserve from your vocabulary. It does not exist. The word deserve does not exist in your world, in your brain, in your life, because you don't deserve anything and the world owes you nothing. And I was like, that's tough, but I also love it. It's very like, this is how the world actually works. Doesn't owe you anything. Tony says, true, in general, the more you put into life, the more you get out of life. The long ride TV says, love everything about you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tyrone T with the rose and the sunny emoji. And C says, exactly. Plus, you get more pay for hustling. Yes. Yes. Hustle. It's just that's the only way to like get the things you want, is just like work your tail off and be disciplined and stick with stuff for a very long time. It's like patience, persistence, consistency, all. It's just, I feel like the formula is pretty simple, but it's not always easy, because you when you're in the process of hustling and grinding and saving and what, you're like, how much longer is this gonna be? And like, I was thinking this to myself. It's like, okay, I have these goals, I have these property goals, I want to have this, I want to have these vehicles, I want to do these whatever, I want to have these epic vacations. And it's like, I'm a numbers person, and I operate in reality at all times. I just can't be delusional and kid myself. And so I was like crunching numbers on paper, and it's like, okay, if I just stay on track and I save this much, I invest this much, and I keep growing on social media and I do this and that, it's like, okay, I mapped it out, and I'm like, all right. It's still, realistically, you never know the future, but realistically, based on numbers, based on real facts and data, it's still going to take some years to get these things that I want, which is, it's like, well, what else am I going to do? Like, these are what I want. These are my goals. This is how I picture my future. And this is the plan. Like, I'm not going to do anything drastic, not in this economy. So yeah, it's just a matter of like sticking with the plan for a very long time. And she says, I like that. Michael Miller, um Joe, I deserve a dessert. Yeah, I don't do the deserve. um Tony, yes ma'am, very correct. Boston, hello Hannah, have you heard more than a feeling? I don't think maybe I have. I'm guessing that's a song. I'm terrible knowing the names of songs, even if I recognize the melody, and knowing who sings them. Terrible. Tony says, yes, people who are willing to work really hard are more likely to get what they want. Yes, and that's the thing, is like, it's not a guarantee. I think that's the brutal reality is like you can work your butt off and you can work so hard. And there's, again, it's like the world owes you nothing. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like people can work super hard on something and it just doesn't pan out. But I feel like you at least have to try. Cause like in my head, I'm like, well, what else are you gonna do? Just sit around thinking about the things that you want? Like at the very least, I can live with myself. I can have a clear conscience knowing that at the very least I worked really hard toward goals that I have. It's like in hindsight, I would never regret working really, really, really hard toward a goal, even if I didn't achieve the goal. It's like, well, I know I tried. I know I tried my hardest and there's no what if about it. And that's how I feel about my future goals. My future goals are own multiple properties in Minnesota, have horses, have multiple vehicle, like really nice vehicles, Ford Bronco, Land Rover. I kind of am in love with Mercedes G-Wagons too. So I'm like, "Ugh, add that to the list." But the thing is, it's like all these things, like together, when I think about the properties and the cars, just those two things, I mean, it's like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm like, okay, I got time. That's like one advantage I have. I've got time. I can work hard and I feel like I have delayed gratification where it's like, okay, if I make a plan, even though I'm working hard, it's like I don't need to have the outcome right away. Like I'm willing to just suck it up and keep going. So, yes. Yes. It's exciting to work towards something, but at times it's painful when you know it's likely still quite a few years in the future. But that, I mean, what else, again, what else are you going to do? What you owe to yourself is to live. Yes. Yes. User, thank you, Johnny Vergara. Kevin says, have a couple of dogs. Do you have a couple of dogs? Is that what you're saying? All right, so let's continue the quinoa that I started an hour ago. Also, be sure to vote in my poll because I'm going to close it in a minute or two. All right, let's get all these stubborn quinoa grains off of my strainer. We got a comment from NC and William Berry. I think Hannah will be governor of Minnesota in the next 10 years. I my what's the word I'm looking for? It's like what I tell myself is just don't count anything out. Don't never say never and yeah, don't say no to things or remove things from your realm of possibilities. So you never know. Could happen, William Berry. NCG Wagon is they're so cool. They're so cool. I know. It's classy. It's like classy and sophisticated, but it looks like an adventure vehicle at the same time. I'm obsessed with G-Wagons. Oh my gosh. I was like, "Wait, another car that I love." It's torture. The long ride. Check the pinned comment, please. Dancer for life. Hope you're something. Hi, Dancer for life. William Berry G Wagons are slugs, but engineering marvels. What do you mean by slugs? Just like slow? I just think they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh, I'm obsessed. All right. So I'm gonna add some vegan plant butter to my. Actually, no. I'm gonna hold off until this is boiling. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let me grab salt and pepper for this. Okay, they're slow. Thank you for clarifying, William Berry. Oh my gosh. If you ask the same thing 5 times, no. All right, pepper. So I'm putting in some Watkins ground black pepper, guys. Ooh, and it's making my nose itch. Ooh. Morton salt, my favorite. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of this. A generous 1 teaspoon. A little bit of garlic, which I need to go and grab. I like the Mercedes Unimog. Kevin, I don't want to sneeze. Danielle, hello. How are you? I'm making garlicky quinoa, so here's some garlic. I'm also going to close the poll because I'm 1 minute late to doing that. And I want to have some coffee and chat with you guys some more, but okay, I'm discombobulated. First, let me close this poll and see what you guys said. Chief is here. Hello, Chief. Thank you so much for joining. How are you? How was your Wednesday? How was midweek? Okay. So first trivia question, guess my favorite Green Day song. Oh no, Billie Jean came first. You guys. This is so annoying. It's not Billie Jean. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, second place. Nope. American Idiot. No. Wow. Only 9% of you got it right. It's Jesus of Suburbia. That is my favorite Green Day song. It goes on forever. It's like 8 or 9 minutes long. And I think it has 3 different parts. It's so good. Yes. I think of it as Green Day's version. It's like their Bohemian Rhapsody that just goes on and on and on and on. It's so good. So yeah, Jesus of Suburbia, that is my favorite Green Day song. Unimogs are freaking cool. Kevin, ooh, I think you got it right then. Tony says, I'm going, but we'll be back in 30 minutes. I will rewatch the cooking part. I want to see this. Okay, it's really super simple, but no worries, Tony. I totally get it. Billie Jean, I know. How disappointing. How disappointing. All right. Water time. So we got 2 cups. And I'm going to pour the water in here. Got it right, but it was a guess. Yeah, but you are so good at guessing. So I am going to stir this around just a little bit. Get all the little quinoa seeds. Lovely. And I'm going to set this on my stovetop and bring it to a boil. And then I'll reduce the heat and let it simmer. Whew. Okay, I gotta give you guys a second trivia question. And what else should I do? Yeah, but Randy, oh my gosh, thank you for liking the live. You are so sweet. We're almost at 10K hearts over here on TikTok. All right, second trivia question. Let me see. Okay, got it. Wes is here. Hi, Wes. Welcome. Hope you're feeling good. Really appreciate that, Wes. Okay, second trivia question. Here we go. My fingers are super strong. It says Randy. Tap, 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 tap. Guess which event I went to today. 1 second, guys. Work event, says Randy. They're all work-related events. So you're good. You're on to something there. Nice. Okay, guess which event I went to today. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze from the pepper. All right. Ooh. What's Hannah's favorite season? It's fall. Always fall. All right, Randy, since you're over on TikTok, the second trivia question is guess which event I went to today. Hot dog eating contest, don't pick it, it's a joke. Retirement party, happy hour, or coworker's birthday party. I'll say them again. Guess which event I went to today. Hot dog eating contest, which is wrong. Retirement party, happy hour, or coworker's birthday party. Tony is guessing happy hour. Don't pick hot dog eating contest. No, no, those things are so gross. All right, so I'm gonna put my quinoa away since I've got it cooking over on my stovetop. And then, oh, this is so nice. I feel a little less frantic. Scoopy. No. All right. True engagement. Great to see you. How have you been? It's been forever since I saw you. All right. Danielle is guessing birthday party, coworker's birthday party. Dancer, hey, so I joined a little late. What are you making? Check the pinned comment, please. Libro crew, hello. Back to the future. We have a mod here. Let's go. How are you, Back to the Future? Kevin is guessing retirement party. Oh. Danielle saying hi to Back to the Future. Dancer for Life says, oh, sounds yummy. Let's see, where am I? God whom comfort. This is fun. I believe it's the last one. Unless you actually went to a hot dog eating contest, no. The first option is always wrong because people just pick the first option without even reading the question. So that's my way of weeding out who's paying attention. What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Wait, wait a minute. OMG, Chungus 2 and Pikachu. Those gifts were awesome. Thank you. Wow. I love seeing new gifts. They make me so happy. Randy is guessing retirement party. I'm addicted to watching people's reactions on YouTube to my favorite movies and TV shows. Ishmael sent a star. Thank you. All right, let me refresh my browser because it's not letting me comment at people. Ishmael. Okay. So Chimichungus, I gotta add you to the dono list. And Pikachu, who I remember from earlier streams. To my favorite movies and shows. Yeah, Randy, I love watching people's reactions to music. Like I've watched Taylor Swift song reactions or ooh, great one. When Linkin Park had what's the right word? They hired a new, I don't know. They have like a new singer. She's a female. Her name is, what's really spooky is at times she sounds like Chester, I forget his last name, but the old band member who passed. Beddington? Beddington? Is that his name? Chester Bedding? I'm gonna Google this. Bennington. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. But you should I would say a reaction video that I recommend for you, Randy, is people reacting to Linkin Park, The Emptiness Machine, because I would say that's like their first big hit with their new lead vocalist, Annie. What is it, Annie? New Linkin Park singer. Oh, it's Emily. Emily Armstrong. So good. And I think it was genius of them to pick a female. Because I think if it had been a new male lead, forever that male lead would be like, oh, he's not good as Chester. He's not good as Chester. He's trying to be like Chester. I feel like having a female vocalist is like excellent, excellent move on their part. Anyways, Pikachu, I gotta get you on the list. And then, oh, Wally. Hi, Wally. Good to see you. 1 out of 2 wouldn't be bad. Plus, I got the bun drop, says Kevin. True engagement with the beat and the flex. Yeah. Ishmael, I gotta say thank you to you as well. You're on the list. Ishmael, thank you very much for making my evening brighter with the star gift. So sweet. Alrighty, we got God Whom Comfort. Check the pinned comment. So, one tip for my live streams, if you don't know what I'm cooking, before you type in a question, check the pinned comment. Because sometimes, usually I'd say, I will put a pinned comment below about what I'm cooking. Yeah, but waving to Back to the Future. Quinoa is, I feel like it's technically a scene, but it's like a grain that I really love to cook with. And it's also a complete protein. I'm vegan, so I'm always on the lookout for protein sources. And quinoa is a great source of protein. But it's a grain that I really like to cook. I cook it every single week. It's part of my daily diet. Randy says, yep, I 100% agree. They would always compare the two singers. I feel like it would forever, like with Linkin Park's new chapter, if they had picked a male vocalist for their second chapter, I feel like they wouldn't have, like, their second chapter would always be tied to their first era with Chester. It would have been like, it just, I feel like you're always going to compare a new male vocalist with the old male vocalist. But I feel like when it's a female, when it was a male before, like that, to me, I was like, that is so smart. So smart. Okay. I'm going to make it really tricky for you guys. The bun drop tomorrow is 8:48 Central Time. Can you guys figure it out? We'll see. I shouldn't say I don't think you can, but I wanted to throw you guys a curveball. In the meantime, let me check my quinoa. Tony, yep, I know. I was like, I need to make this harder for them. Any Germans in the chat? Matthew, check the pinned comment. Randy thinks he knows it. Okay. We will see. I thought that was pretty diabolical. I had this idea, I think it was yesterday or today, and I was like, oh, I'm going to make it even harder for them and see how they do. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, guys. Ooh. Coffee time. Coffee time. Pour moi. My sister speaks German. I need to call her. Jay Hollywood says, I tried to learn German. I failed miserably. I still think someone could get it. We'll see. Okay. Enough yapping. Time for some decaf coffee. Yes. I love coffee too, Tony. I always drink decaf after 12. I would say my cutoff for caffeine is it's between like 12 o'clock noon and 1 p.m. Like early afternoon, cut off the caffeine and switch to decaf. Back to the Future says, let's get Hannah to 100 likes. NC Yappuccino. Oh my gosh. There's a user on YouTube who comes in and out of, it sounded bad, who will occasionally come to my live streams. And his name is Tav Tob. I hope I'm saying that right. And I will never forget this comment that he left it was a dual live stream that I was doing with my sister. I think it was at her place. And he totally roasted me. And he's like, Hannah, we came here to blah blah blah. We didn't come here for a yappuccino. And I was like, oh, owned. Tony says, smart. Back to the Future. Like, subscribe, share, join, become a channel member. Yes! Reynaldo Madridi, Vegan and Beautiful. Thank you, Reynaldo Madridi. You are so sweet. Samantha Peterson, Orlando. Is that where you're based? Do you live in Orlando, Florida? Florida. Florida. There's a very catchy Taylor Swift song called Florida. Samantha. Okay, that was Samantha. Randy. Okay, I'm caught up here. Coffee time. Let's grab. Oh, hold on. Quinoa is almost boiling. You're in Orlando, Samantha. I've never been to Florida, but I need to go. I hear such great things about Florida. I'm very far away from Orlando. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a bit colder compared to Orlando. But one day I will make it to Orlando and it'll be really fun. So guys, I am making some decaf coffee. I'm going to get this kind of ready, but I also want to check on my quinoa, which is about to boil. Oh, Big Chad, North Carolina loves you. I've never been to North Carolina. I have been to South Carolina. But I would love to go there as well. I hear great things about Charlotte. How many hot dogs? Oh, vegan hot dogs, because I'm vegan. In one sitting, maybe if I really had to, like if it was like a competition, I think I could maybe do 4. But by the 4th one, I think I'd feel pretty sick. Back to the Future saying hi to Samantha. Samantha, what's your favorite part about Christmas? I love this question. My favorite part about Christmas. That's a really hard question. Let me say. Oh. Gosh, what would it be? I mean, very cliche, but spending time with family. That's got to be number 1. And then there's a whole list of like reason number 2 through 50 why I love Christmas. I love wrapping presents. I love finding presents for people. I love baking cookies. I love hot chocolate. I love ice skating. I know these aren't all like specific to Christmas, but yeah, spending time with family. Well, come on. We need a personal chef, says Big Chad. Mistletoe, says NC. Samantha, how about you? What is your favorite part of Christmas? I love going to see usually the theaters around here one of the theaters, at least here in Minneapolis or St. Paul, there'll be a stage production of I almost said The Nightmare Before Christmas. No, it's not that. What's the one with Scrooge? I'm completely forgetting this. Charles Dickens. Wow, this is a shame. Kirby! With Ace Ventura, I love it. Someone help me out here. What is the Scrooge book by Charles Dickens and Tiny Tim? This is driving me crazy. Oh, I need to pull it out of my brain while I let my quinoa burn. I need to figure out A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol. That's what I meant. Yes. Theater stage adaptations of A Christmas Carol. Yes. I was like, what is the name of this dang play? Or this book, I should say. But Kirby, I'm well. How are you doing? Did you plant any of the seeds that you got in those packets yesterday? Just checking on my quinoa. Tastes cake brand Christmas cookies, says Big Chad. Samantha says the decorations. Kevin is back. Nice. All right. Let me just tend to my quinoa here really quick. This is not working. I guess to coworker birthday party for the trivia question. Kirby, I haven't. I will tonight or tomorrow. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Oops. Getting water everywhere. Cameron Phillips. I bet you can make a cookbook, but yeah, the thing is, I just don't think it would be a good use of my time because I don't think a lot of people would buy it. The world doesn't really need more print materials. Yeah, I feel like all the recipes now are digital and on social, like either on websites or on social media. So in terms of how I would invest my time towards something, making a cookbook would not, for me, I don't think it would be worth the time. But I appreciate that, Cameron Phillips. Kevin, I did. I already announced it. Bracelets would be cool. Thank you, Samantha. I'm glad you liked the live stream. Thank you. All right. Give me a sec, guys. I'm tending to the quinoa. BH says cooking classes. No, I would need to have some kind of certification for that. Okay. Okay. Kevin, yes, I think you missed it. Yep. I think you did miss it. All right, so the quinoa is boiling. I'm just stirring it really quick. Drunken Chef Barbecue, good to see you. Been a minute. I know it has been a minute. I am doing well. Can't complain. You know, we were earlier in the live stream tonight, we were talking about how everything just feels expensive. Housing costs are expensive. Gas is expensive. Cars, like everything feels expensive. But at the same time, it's like, well, like, what are you going to do? It's like, are you just not going to have a home? Are you not going to commute ever? It's mixed feelings for sure. But it's like, well, that's just the reality of our world. Kevin, yeah, of course. Go back and rewatch and see if you can find where it is. Mark Hernandez, hello. Is that your basketball team, I'm guessing? Samantha asked my favorite part about cooking. I would say I like knowing exactly what I'm eating. All of the food, all of the ingredients. I just like knowing exactly what I'm putting into my body. So I'm going to put some vegan butter into my thing of quinoa here. If I can get it off the knife. Drunken Chef Barbecue, it's all going up since the beginning of time. Exactly. Yes, Drunken Chef Barbecue. I feel like that's the mature, like, realization I've come to where I'm like, I can complain or I can feel annoyed. It's like, oh, like things are getting expensive. But it's like things are always gonna get more expensive. Like they're not gonna go down. I mean, they'll dip maybe in price, but then overall, like over time, it'll get more expensive. And it's just like you just have to keep grinding. You have to keep working. Like that's just the way it is. And then have a side hustle. Exactly. I would say like if you want to get ahead, you have to have a side hustle. One job is not enough. Thomas Haggerty, hello. Mark Hernandez, Samantha, I'm going to go. See you later, Samantha. All right, so let's get this back on the stovetop and it'll cook for about 12 minutes. Drunken Chef Barbecue says facts. Yep. Yeah, the way I look at it is it's like, yeah, does anyone like the fact that things get more expensive over time and there's inflation? No. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you can't change it, if this is how the world works, you can either just stay put and complain about it and not do anything, or you can just work more, save as much money as you can, hustle. It's just, I feel like you just have to accept it for what it is and then make a game plan about what you're going to do about it. All right, so let's get a lid on the quinoa too. Rich with the Kirby emoji. Thank you, Drunken Chef Barbecue. Woohoo! Double tap the screen, folks. JS Arts. Check the pinned comment, please. All right. I spilled some water over here, so I'm gonna mop that up really quick. Whoops. Kirby. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. How's my audio sounding, by the way, guys? I'm curious. Ever since Kirby suggested that me taking screenshots of the donos was causing my audio to lag, I have wanted to get feedback from you guys during the live streams to see, you know, what's going on. So let me know if my audio and video feed are sounding okay or if there's a little lag time. I'd love to know. I can hear you clear. So is the video, like you seeing the video feed and the audio, are they synced up together or is there a little lag time? All right, coffee time. An hour and a half later. OMG. I try not to drink too much coffee, caffeinated or decaf, close to bedtime because it dehydrates you. And I'll just say I've had too much decaf before bed before, and then I wake up at 3 a.m. and I have to pee, and I'm like, this was avoidable. Okay, they're synced. Yes. Woohoo. I wonder if, see, it makes me wonder if it was a me problem or if it was a YouTube thing. I don't know. But I'm glad that it's synced now because I have been taking screenshots of people's donos. Okay, I think I'm going to start with 1 shot of espresso because I just told you when I do a little too much coffee before bed, I sometimes wake up having to pee, which is annoying. But here are my cute little coffee pods. Yay! From Target. So cute. And this is an espresso machine. Still turning on, I think. So I'm going to take one of these decaf. Are these decaf? I think they are. I should know. I'm pretty sure they are. But I'm going to take one of these pods, put it in here. Ooh, Cotton Drink says your outfit is so fetch. Thank you. Love that. Sounded like Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls. All right. Espresso time into my lovely Minnesota mug. Oh, this splatters my keyboard. Oh my gosh. The smell of coffee. Is there anything happier? All right. Tip Broadhead, do you read us or do you hear us? I read your comments. That is so funny. Jeff Williamson, hey, you always have the glasses on your head. Yes, I will actually put them on. I got these 3 years ago in Bayfield, Wisconsin, which is really fun. And how about you guys guess how much do you think these sunglasses are worth? Some of you might know already, but how much do you think I paid for these sunglasses? Now you can see I look like a fly. You can see my ring lights in my sunglasses. How much do you guys think I paid for these sunglasses? I'm so curious. Kirby says $10. Big Chat says I love your channel. Rich says 8 cents. Ouch. I'm out here looking like 8 cents. Let's see. You really confused me on tomorrow night's button drop, so I'll leave it up to someone else. Says Kevin. Ooh, I like throwing curveballs. You know how I like that. Auntie's Juice is here. Okay, $9.99. Crazy Sick Wine. All right. While I'm reading these comments, I will keep these sunglasses on. Okay, I'm going to scroll up and see if I missed anybody. Kasten Rose says okay. Chip Broadhead, Big Chad. I'm glad you love the channel. Okay, Kirby said $10. Crazy Sick Wine. Great to see you. Back to the Future said 15. Rich said 8 cents, which is so sad. Jeff Williamson said $2.97 at Family Dollar. Yava says $10. Kevin says $9.99. You guys did good. I paid $10 for these in Bayfield, Wisconsin, 3 years ago. It was actually over Memorial Day weekend of 2023. You guys, when I think about writing the year 2023, it feels like a long time ago. So, yeah, these sunglasses are now 3 years old. I like to think of purchases in terms of how much I've paid for, even though the upfront cost was a certain price. When you divvy it out over years, it's like, okay, this was a $10 pair of sunglasses, but they've served me for 3 years. So spread over 3 years, I've paid $3.33 for these sunglasses. And it'll go down even further the longer I wear them. $9.99 plus tax. Funny you should say that because I don't know if I paid sales tax in Wisconsin. Does Wisconsin have sales tax? Let's see this. Does Wisconsin have sales tax? Ooh, it does. Okay, Wisconsin imposes a 5% state sales tax. Yeah, so this would have been more than $10. This pair of sunglasses. Rich says 210. Chip Broadhead says, I thought I saw purple hen bird today. A purple bird? No, I haven't seen that. All right. Kirby says Chip is confusing me. I know, me too. I was like, wait, what? The first comment he made about do you read us or not? And now the purple bird. Maybe it was the light hitting the feathers, because I've seen some birds where their feathers are so like black, like crows. Crows have such black feathers that sometimes they can look violet in the light. I'm not sure if that's what you were seeing. Somehow the red penny goes, oh, apron goes with the color of your top. I know, when I first did this color combo, I forget when it was, I was like, does this work? Does red and brown work? But I was like, yeah, I think it does. Rich says Knicks are going to beat OKC. All right. Sound very confident, Rich. Mostly folders. Have you ever tried virtual reality? Nope, not yet. I would try it at least once, though. Randy is back, and we're at 12K hearts. Thank you, Randy. Archangel Adrian, welcome back. I remember you. Can you make your arms go around your head? No, that is my sister. She is double jointed in her shoulders, so she can jump rope with her hands. It's crazy. With her arms. Kirby says, I hope so. I do not want OKC to win because of the way they play. Cavs are my team, though. I've tried PlayStation virtual reality. It's pretty cool. Says Back to the Future. Barry is here. Yes, we got another member. Hello, Barry. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Ooh, Randy. Okay, okay. We've got a sleuth for the button drop. Rich says, Kirby, I used my 15-month. You tomorrow. How do you know the timing of this, Rich? Like, do you remember if it was like Kirby was a day after you? Like, your memory for these member milestone chats is incredible. Chazzy is here. Hello, Chazzy. Good to see you. All right, let me. Jeez, Louise, this has taken me over an hour and a half to make myself an espresso and actually drink it. Kirby says, founders, it never changes. Barry says, what up, back to the future. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of almond milk in here. This is Blue Diamond brand Almond Breeze. I always get unsweetened because you guys know I have been on a mission to eliminate added sugar from my diet. I'm like, get out, get you gone. I don't want you in my life anymore. Because I think over the long term, I'll really, really thank myself for that. Just, I still enjoy sweet things. I'll eat fruit or use stevia, monk fruit, whatever. Even cinnamon kind of has like a sweetness to it, or at least it makes me think it's sweet. But I have been banishing sugar from my life this year. So I always, always, always make sure to get the unsweetened version of almond milk, no matter what the brand is. I actually have 2 brands of almond milk in my fridge right now. But I'm telling you, especially as someone with a wicked sweet tooth and the cavities to show for it, I have so many cavities because I ate so much sugar as a child. I'm telling you, as someone who is like hardwired to eat 12,000 donuts every day because I love sugar so much, I'm that person where I could justify sweets where it's like, oh, it's just a little sweet for breakfast, and then, oh, it's just a little snack, and then it's like, if you really tallied up the grams of sugar every day, it was like not good. So I try to not kid myself in any domain of my life. I try to keep it real and not BS myself. And so far, I think I'm doing pretty good. I never want to be a delusional person where people are like, "Oh, that girl, oh, she's so out of touch." Very exactly. Go on, get you gone. Back to the Future. Back says BRV in 15 minutes. Oh, I missed some comments. Sorry. Kirby says, or I missed the day. Or I missed a day. Kevin, at least I got the bun drop tonight and won't have to think about it, about the time all day tomorrow for the night. It's okay. Don't feel bad, Kevin. I mean, I want to make this challenging so that it's not always so easy for you guys to remember the bun drop time. So what you can do, you can go back and re-watch the live. You don't obviously have to because it's a long recording, but don't worry about it, Kevin. You'll have many hundreds of more live streams to get the bun drop if you don't get it tomorrow. Okay, Barry, the time for the bun drop tonight was, I believe it was 9:15 p.m. Sumera is here. Hi, Sumera. Ishat says I have lactose intolerance. Yaba bun drop was, oh, was it? You're right. I would forget what I said just now. The bun drop, I already forgot it. The bun drop was at 8:35. Of course, Yaba. Yaba is on it. Oh, B Show is back. Wait. I'm sorry. I've been yapping and I missed 2 of your gifts. Mostly folders. Oh no. Ah, did I get it? Mostly folders says I bought a PlayStation VR shortly after they came out, shortly before I quit gaming. Wait, 6-7. My favorite gift. Now that YouTube got rid of the happy poop, which was my favorite favorite gift, it might be 6-7. You can hate me for it. Oh, and a hot sauce. I think of even though it's a chili, you know what that gift reminds me of, B Show? It instantly it reminds me of it. I think of it being like a sriracha bottle with a face on it. Also, thank you for the gold coin gift. You're going bananas. That's my quinoa. I still have not had any of my espresso. Okay, mostly folders. You quit gaming. It was pretty cool, but I never ended up using it much. I'm curious. Just whenever anyone quits anything, I'm always curious as to the reason why. Was there a specific reason why you decided to quit gaming? Mostly folders. Chip broadhead, milk from almonds. That's nuts. It doesn't taste salty, no. Godzilla. Do you like natural sweeteners? Yes. My favorite natural sweeteners are monk fruit and stevia. Those 2. Archangel, sugar gets you fat. I would say in moderation, you'd probably be fine. But for me, it's that slow creep over years and years and years where you get to age. I'm 32, but it's like you fast forward 5 years, 10 years, and you're like, wait, how did I gain 40 pounds? How did I gain 50? It's like, it's just over time. I don't want any of that. Barry says 8:35 Roanoke time. Ah! It was mountain time. Sumera, hello. And B Show with another 6-7. You're going crazy. OMG. B Show. 1999. Major shout out to you for all these fantastic gifts. The 6-7s are my absolute fave. Oh, that didn't work. Thank you. All right. What did I do here? Reset. Sumera. Dr. James Skylark is here. Archangel Adrian. You went to a retirement party as your guess. All right, I'll be closing the poll in about 2 minutes. B-Show going cray-cray with the gifts. So kind of you. All right. Barry Yaba is our Enrique Iglesias. I can be your hero, baby. Darren Stimson, B-Show sent a 100 and a 6-7 again. Hi, Sumera. Mostly folders. The game's changed. Too many microtransactions and such. Plus, I was pretty busy. Interesting. I am not a gamer, so I am not knowledgeable about that world and how to compare games and how they've like changed over time. So that's interesting. They had too many microtransactions. Ode Hassan, welcome back. I remember you. B Show, thank you so much for all of your gifts. I hope you've been able to see whenever I tag you in a post. I've been tagging people. I always tag people in a post after my lives, whoever donated. And for some reason I type it like I do the at and then B show 1999, but it won't auto fill, like it won't recognize your channel. And I'm like, oh, I hope B show 1999 is still getting notifications that I have thanked them in a post for the donos. The real Quasi is here. Hello, hello. Luis Guzman. Interesting. Your freckles look like flour tortillas. I have never heard my freckles described that way, but that's very cute. Thank you, Luis. Horton. The espresso makes me bubbly. Oh no. Louise, hello. I missed the button drop. Just my luck. No worries. As I've said before, I will say it over and over again, you guys. I'm doing 365 days of live streams. So if you don't get the bun drop tonight, you can get it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, all the way until next May of 2027. So don't worry about it, guys. Everything has microtransactions now. It's so annoying. Says Barry. Louise says, that's why I only play old games. Interesting. Okay. Aria isn't here. Says, you're so pretty. Thank you, Aria. Louis says, I'm going to get the bun drop one of these days. I did announce it earlier. The real Quasi followed. Thank you for the follow over here on TikTok. Thank you so much. Aria says, you're so welcome. Very sweet of you guys. Oh, all of you. NC said, stay hydrated earlier. Coffee is not the way to do it. So I'm going to drink some water. In this year-long stream, will we be doing a 24-hour stream? I have gotten this question so many times. I love that people are asking about this. You know what? I really, really, really want to do one. And so I'll say at this point, yes. My plan is to do, even though I'm doing a live stream every single day for an entire year, my goal is to still fit in at least one 24-hour live stream, even though that sounds kind of crazy. Hi, Vilma Viatoro. Luis, I heard old games make you smarter because they're more challenging. No maps or guides. You actually have to figure things out. Luis, don't worry. I'm drinking decaf coffee, so this does not contain caffeine or only trace amounts, but it's specifically decaf espresso that I made. What was I saying? Aria, have a great evening. Luis, as long as you see it, LOL. But back onto the question of the 24-hour stream that Chip Broadhead had. I think the way that I would do a 24-hour live stream, also thank you, Johnny AZN. Gotta get you on the list. But I'm glad that you guys have been asking this because you know how much I love the 24-hour live streams. And I think what I would do in order to stick with my in order to stick with my 365-day live stream challenge, but also do a 24-hour live stream in the midst of that, I think I would do a 24-hour live stream where I start at 11 a.m. or 12 o'clock noon, go the full 24 hours, and then sleep all of the rest of the day, and maybe just count the 24-hour live stream as being each of those 2 days. So if I start on a Saturday, do the 24 hours into Sunday, then I would just say, okay, my live stream counts for both Saturday and Sunday. I think that's how I would do it. Johnny, how does a 24-hour live stream work? Do you literally stream for... Yeah, Johnny, if you go onto my channel, you can go back through my live stream uploads, and I've done 2 24-hour live streams so far where I did a full 24 hours, yes. A 24-hour should count as 2 days, exactly. Yep, that's how I would count it. It's like, well, okay, I'm going to be starting in one day and ending on another day. So it's like I did stream for both of those days. Mostly folders. I buy myself the more expensive waters to force myself to drink it because I don't want to waste the money I spent. Plus, I like them. Some waters are better than others. Kirby says, or take a long break. Yep. Johnny says, that's crazy. How much Red Bull do you drink? I don't do energy drinks. I only had, I think, a couple cups of coffee on each of my live streams. Honestly, I don't think they're that difficult to do if you prepare for them and you get enough sleep. So before each of the two 24-hour live streams that I did last year, I made sure to do it over a 3-day weekend so that I would have extra time to recover before I had to go back to my 9 to 5 job. And I made sure to get like 10 hours of like beautiful, uninterrupted, like coffin sleep right before I went live. So each time I got mega, mega, mega sleep beforehand. So then I woke up and I was like, okay, I feel great. I feel fully rested, even though it's probably going to be a struggle getting through the last few hours of this. Like having good rest in the tank is something that really helped me through both of them. Uber cow 12 hours each day. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a good way to count it. B show, what do you think those live streams of people just be sleeping and getting gifts to for doing nothing? I mean, hey, it's if we want to be if we want to talk business, they're literally making money in their sleep. So I say, hey, if you want to monetize your time and you want to be making money in your sleep, that is one way to do it. Stream while you're sleeping because you have to sleep anyways. If you're going to sleep anyways, if you can just turn on your camera and have your if you can have your live stream going for 8 hours, 9 hours, however long you're sleeping, and you're making like think about like lying down for a nap and you're literally just recovering, you're just lying down, head on the pillow, and you just boop, turn on your camera, go live, and then you wake up and you've gotten like $100 in donos. It's like, dude, you were sleeping. Like you weren't doing any work and you made money. So it's one way if people are donating, if people are giving donos to people who are literally sleeping on a live stream, then hey, like that is a way to make money. I don't have any issue with it at all. It's something I personally wouldn't feel comfortable doing. I just see sleeping as like a very private thing, and it's just like also I would it to me it feels very invasive and very uncomfortable knowing that complete strangers would be watching me while I sleep. And it's like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I've said things in my sleep, I toss and turn. It's just, it's like way too private for me to want to put on a live stream. But I got no issues with people live streaming while they're asleep, while they're taking a nap or sleeping overnight or whatever. Godzilla, there are some guys in Connecticut who drove around a roundabout for 24 hours. No. Oh my gosh. That sounds like something Mr. Beast would do. That seems like a very clickable Mr. Beast movie. We drove around a roundabout for 24 hours. Oh, I would lose my mind. I think I would get to the end of the first hour and I would be like, "You're telling me we have to do this for 23 more hours?" No. Oh, I would be so unwell after that. Oh, Chief, yes! Thank you. My favorite, 6'7". Chip Broadhead says, I once fell asleep on the bus, missed my stop. Oh, by 2 hours. Oh no. We have all the 6'7s in here. Let's go. I love this. Yaba says, I hope you still do 24 hours later, but it's your time channel. I love that idea. I think that is genius, Yaba. And I really, when I think about timing in terms of what time of year would I want to do a 24-hour live stream, it's not right now. We're heading into summer. Kirby, oh my gosh, yes, 6'7", woohoo! But when I think about when in my schedule between now and the end of 2026, when would I have time to do a 24-hour live stream and when would I want to do a 24-hour live stream. It's like, I really don't want to be doing a 24-hour live stream when it's beautiful summer. I mean, we had a really rough winter. It was freezing, it was icy. So it's like, I don't want to do a 24-hour live stream in the summertime. Early fall, like that's my birthday, like weekends fill up with fall activities, but I love the idea of maybe the first weekend in October doing a 24 hours later zombie themed, horror themed, Halloween spooky themed 24-hour live stream. I love that idea. So I'm going to say tentatively plan for a 24 hours later Halloween kickoff marathon live stream early October. That is what I'm currently planning. Okay. Michael Brogan's Eternal live stream, quite the undertaking. B show. I remember this live stream of this guy who put on his thumbnail who says, I don't like working, sending gifts and money. People were literally sending stuff. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm very much like, hey, if people are willing to pay you for something, like it is wild what people are willing to pay for. Like, I could probably list the silliest thing where it's like, I'm gonna make an Eiffel Tower out of my forks and spoons and glue it together and put it on the internet for anyone who wants to buy it. And there is someone out there who would buy my crappy Eiffel Tower statue made out of my forks and spoons and knives. Like, it is wild what people, like, there's billions of people out there. It is crazy what people are willing to pay you money for, like objects or whatever it is that they want. So hey, it's like if there's a customer for it, there you go. All right, there were a bunch of 6-7s. I gotta get Chief and Kirby. This is amazing. Kirby sent the 6-7 as well. Okay, Chip Broadhead. Funny how people say, wait, Legend of Zelda. Ah! I think I missed that, but thank you. Legend of Zelda. OMG. We're going crazy with the 6-7s. Oh gosh, I gotta keep up here. Chip Broadhead, how people say that a sleeping person was talking in their sleep, like the sleeping person remembers talking in their sleep. The thing is, I have been told that I talk in my sleep, and I'm like, oh, what did I say? Did I divulge? Did I share some deep, dark secret? Like, that is low key one reason why I'm just plugging in my phone. That is one reason why I would not feel comfortable going live while I'm sleeping, because I know that I talk in my sleep, and it's like, God forbid I say something super embarrassing or super secret or whatever. But I'm like, I don't want this to be a potentially embarrassing situation where I share, like, I don't know, I share personal info that someone could use to identify. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. Legend of Zelda. OMG. Okay, I got you. Kevin, Hannah Bobblehead. Diana says, Hannah, zombie Halloween 24-hour stream sounds fun. I love it. Yeah, zombie theme. Jeez, Legend of Zelda. Okay, hold on. I am late to the party here. I gotta think. Dang. I gotta think. Legend of Zelda, and there's a party hat, and Kirby, Country Kirby, and oh gosh, it was Chief the Medicine Man. Oh my gosh, I think I got it. Chief the Medicine Man, for all these spectacular gifts. Especially the 6-7s. Those just make my day. Yay! Legend is okay. I gotta get you. I got it. Got it. Yes. I try to get as many screenshots as I can because I like to make those appreciation posts. Oh my gosh, Randy over here. So I do YT and I do TikTok. 2 streams at the same time. And we're almost to 16K, Randy. Dude, goated. Nicole, hello, Nicole. Back to the Future. Oh my gosh. I hope I got everybody. There have been a lot of gifts. Oh god, I don't want to turn on my espresso machine. Legend of Zelda. My goodness. Thank you so much. Seriously, though. Legend of Zelda. Such a big thank you. Oops. Such a big thank you for all those gifts. I was losing track of them. Super generous of you. Thank you. Legend of Zelda. Peace and Joy. Question H Money. What's one of your favorite veggie blender drink mixtures? I don't really do smoothies and blended drinks because it just kills all the fiber. So I have actually stopped drinking like pureed stuff as much as possible. And I try to really stick to whole foods or like minimally processed foods. Kevin says, I'm gonna put my phone by me me recording to hear if I snore at night. Okay. We need 7 more likes. We're so close, guys. We can get there. And we just crossed the 2-hour mark. So let's see if we can get to 100 likes. All right. Peace and Joy. Nicole is back. Kevin, 11 p.m. Eastern. Yep, it's 10:01 p.m. here in Central Time. Excuse me. Peace and Joy, still here. You were here right at the beginning and you're still here. Birthday party is running away with it. Wow, look at this poll. Also, if you have not voted in the poll, vote, because I am going to be closing it momentarily. Peace and Joy says, yeah, that's what I heard. The burning, I guess, does something to the veggies. I've been looking up into juicers that squeeze. Yeah, I just want to eat as whole foods as possible. I mean, I'll still eat processed foods like Catalina Crunch or even tofu is a processed food. But yeah, I think when you can eat things as they naturally look, like earlier today, I was eating like veggies and dip, but it was like whole carrots and whole broccoli with some hummus. And I was like, okay, this is awesome because these are whole foods. Like, this is a broccoli, this is a carrot, these are cucumbers. Like, I want a plate to have natural looking foods as you would find them out in the wild, out in nature. Kasten says, you are so amazing. You are so amazing, Kasten. I so appreciate you being here and commenting and gifting. And you were here way early. And you're first on my dono list, which tells me you are the very first dono that I saw tonight. Eric Dominguez. Hello, Eric Dominguez. Welcome in. We're so close to 100 likes, guys. So close. 96 is what I'm seeing. Katie Lowe or Kati Lowe. I remember you. Welcome back. I've made it all 17 days so far. Yes, and guys, I know I'm late to doing this, but I will be putting up a sign back here that says day number, and then it'll give you the number of what day it is for my 365-day live stream challenge. So today is day number 17, as Kevin has said, and it's going to get harder and harder to keep track of how many days it's been once we get up like past 100 days, 200 days. So yeah, there will be signs up there soon. Chip Broadhead, how about coconuts? 2 for the price of 1. I'm not a big fan of coconut. I mean, it's super healthy for you. I'm not debating that. It's just I never have really enjoyed the flavor or the texture of coconut. Sol Campbell, no, I don't do ranch because I'm vegan and ranch has dairy. Peace and Joy with the thumbs up. Kevin, I see 97. All right, so let's close this trivia. User join. Hi, user. Okay, guys, so the second trivia question for tonight. Guess which event I went to today? Coworker's birthday party took half of the votes, pretty much. So it was not a coworker's birthday party. Second place was retirement party. That is what I went to tonight. I went to it's an old coworker from grad school, actually. She was actually my supervisor. An old supervisor's retirement party. And it was quick because I had to come home and get ready for this, but it was very fun. Randy got it right. Nice. And I just have to continue to say thank you so much, Randy, for all your support over here on TikTok. Kevin says, I tried the penny challenge a few years back and got to August and couldn't do it. I don't even know what the penny challenge is. I'll have to look that up. Kevin, 2 for 2. Kirby says it wasn't. All right. So I'm going to wrap up here. Reminder that my next live stream is tomorrow, which is already Thursday night. Tomorrow night, Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. And I got to thank a bunch of people for their wonderful donos. We're also at 99 likes, guys. We're basically to 100. Okay, so tonight I want to thank 2 mods who were here. There was Joker Callie and Back to the Future. Thank you to my wonderful mods. We made it to 100 likes. I just saw it tick up. Thank you so much, everybody. And I want to thank NC, who used his 14-month member milestone chat, and Rich, who used his 15-month member milestone chat. And then there were a bunch of gifts from Kasten Rose, Lane 808, Roger Hess, NC, Chimichungus, Uber Cow 21, Pikachu, Ishmael, B Show 1999, Johnny AZN, Chief the Medicine Man, Kirby, and Legend of Zelda. Thank you guys so much for the donos and for voting in my polls. Good night, Kirby. So fun seeing you as always. Thank you for the gifts. Yaba's gonna need to brush up on his German if he's gonna get the bun drop time. Randy, oh my gosh. I can't say thank you enough times. Kevin says you put a penny away first day and add 2, then 3, then 4. Oh geez. I would not do well. Back to the Future is saying Hannah mods and chat have a great night. And Kevin, you did good tonight. Both answers correct and the bun drop time. Well done. Okay, I'm gonna get going. But it was a very fun Wednesday night, and I'll be back on here tomorrow night, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central. Like day 30 would be 40 pennies. Back to the Future says bye to everyone. Good night, Kevin. Rich, oh, it's so good seeing you, Rich. Thanks for being here and using your 15-month member milestone chat. All right. Yeah, tomorrow should be day 18, I think, right? Sounds right to me. All right. I'm going to close this YouTube stream down. So take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow night, Thursday night at 8 p.m.